You're watching The Times of India. I'm Aditi Prasad, and we are joined by the Malaysian Commodities and Plantation Minister. Sir, your first visit to India?
Yes,
And
as a Minister of Plantation.
As a Minister of Plantation, first visit, and how's it been going so far? You met a lot of people. You met corporates. You met the Minister of Agriculture. There have been a lot of talks. What are your key big takeaways so far from your trip?
India is an important country, not only for us, for the world. With 1.4 billion population, with a growing middle income group of people, certainly I think this is an important country for everyone, including Malaysia.
Right, it's an important country. You met the minister. What are the key contours of your discussion that you've had with him?
So basically, we all center about food supply. Yeah,
Right.
Edible oil is one of the products that related to food supply, and so we export about 3 million metric ton of palm oil to India, and India is have a good experience in managing their food security. So this is something that we learn on other products as well. So other products we may not be able to do it, but we have the opportunity to buy from India. For example, like sugar, onion, rice. It's something that we want to explore because they have a lot of access in the past.
So were your talks largely tailored to increase the palm oil exports to India or to increase imports from India of products for food security?
Basically, both of us have to play a role for food security.
Any important discussions that have borne fruition so far?
Yeah, I mean, one of the Indians' strategy going forward is actually they want to have a mission of palm oil. So mission palm oil means because they buy 9.7 million metric ton and the population is growing, in the future there's a lot of demand on this. So they're going to embark on a plantation of palm oil. So I told them that Malaysia is willing to collaborate and help India in terms of seed supply, in terms of experience that we can share with them, and then a lot of other technology-driven technique that we also can learn from India in respect of how they manage plantations using digital and also technology.
But given the fact that India is the largest importer of palm oil, and now India wants to become self-sufficient in palm oil, isn't there an element of insecurity for your exports there?
No.
Talk to us about that.
You know, the demand for palm oil is growing every year. Yeah? I'll give you an example. 10 years ago, Indonesia only produced 26.6 million metric ton. We produced 19.6. Today, Indonesia produces 48 million metric ton. They still have the market to sell the palm oil because the world requires this edible oil. Same thing like us, we continue to produce our palm oil. Every year in and out, we export 80% of our palm oil. The demand is there. The population grows, people know, people understand the need of palm oil.
Since you talked about the world, so let me talk about the anti-palm oil campaign of the West. What's behind the campaign, according to you? Because palm oil...
It's a business competition. You know why I say business competition? Because there's no scientific evidence to basically accuse anything about palm, right? In terms of health and in terms of any other thing. But one thing for sure, that palm is a very competitive, very versatile kind of edible oil. As compared to the rest of other edible oil, in terms of land usage, if you have 1 hectare of soya bean oil plantation, you can only get 0.5 metric ton. And if you have sunflowers or rapeseed oil, you get 1 hectare, you can only get 0.8. Whereas palm, 1 hectare, you can get 3.3 metric ton of edible oil. So it's a very competitive product, and the application is great. Yeah, you can be a food segment, and then if you can further downstream the edible oil, you can even go to oleochemical kind of product where the application is more on non-food.
One of the concerns that they pointed out is also in terms of, not just in terms of health, but also in terms of biodiversity, in terms
Yeah.
of land usage. How do you see that playing out?
Malaysia have taken the first step long time ago that we want to make sure that all the palm oil that produced by Malaysia must be Malaysian sustainable palm oil. That means we give a proper certification. We want to make sure that if you want to have this certification, you must fulfill 4 criteria. One, no further deforestation of our land. Number 2, there must be a traceability. Number 3, every area that you plant, they must have the land title. If you don't have land title, anything that you produce on that land, we will not take into our system. Of course, number 4 is actually every labor practices that you apply in any of your plantation management, it has to fulfill International Labour Organization principle to make sure that the labor practices must be observed according to international standard.
All right, there have been now noises within India, not the government perhaps, but there have been noises within India about this anti-palm oil noise within India too. How are you combating that? Have you spoken about that with the government functionaries? That
We continue embarked for the last 40 years, but the demand keep increasing. Right? We must explain to them any issues. But so far, I can tell you there's no scientific evidence to say that otherwise.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like our videos and hit the bell icon to stay updated with the latest.